Do you feel that something invisible is always watching you? This isn't paranoia, it's a reality that few people know about. In this video, I'll reveal why you are one of the chosen ones, the target of spiritual forces that defy common logic. I'm James. My own search for meaning and purpose began when I felt lost, yearning for a deeper connection with life. On that journey, I learned that there is immense value in sharing experiences and learning from those of others. Now, I'm here to invite you to join this spiritual adventure. If there's an inner voice telling you that there's more to life than the daily grind, join me and subscribe to our channel. We all have an inner light, a divine spark that guides us and illuminates us in moments of darkness. Recognizing this light is a crucial step towards understanding our role in the universe. The chosen ones are individuals who, through life experiences, spiritual practices, or even personal challenges, have developed a deep connection with this divine essence. This inner light is not just a metaphor, it is a real energy that influences both our lives and those around us. When we are in tune with this light, we become beacons of hope, love, and positivity. However, it is important to remember that this light can disturb the forces of darkness. These forces can manifest themselves in various ways. Negative people, challenging situations, or even self-sabotaging thoughts. I always say that recognizing the power of our inner light is like lighting a candle in a dark room. The light may seem small at first, but over time, it illuminates the whole room, dispelling the shadows. It is crucial that each of us allows ourselves to shine, because this light not only guides us but also serves as a beacon for others. Connecting with our divine essence is something that can be cultivated on a daily basis. Practices such as meditation, prayer, and self-knowledge are powerful tools that help us strengthen this connection. When we are in tune with our inner light, we are able to face any challenge with courage and wisdom. I believe that we all have the potential to be the chosen ones. It's not a special title reserved for the few, but a journey that each of us can take. By recognizing and honoring our inner light, we are taking the first step towards a fuller, more meaningful, and spiritually rich life. Understand that this light is not something static, it is constantly evolving. Every life experience, every challenge, and every victory contributes to strengthening this light. Therefore, never underestimate the power that resides within you. Your inner light is a powerful force that can transform not only your life, but also the world around you. The spiritual path is indeed a journey full of challenges and trials. Often, when we dedicate ourselves to this inner quest, we are confronted by invisible forces that seem to want to divert us from our purpose. This phenomenon can be a clear sign that we are on the right path, that we are awakening to our spiritual mission. Spirituality is not a linear path or one free of difficulties. On the contrary, it is a path that requires courage, determination, and faith. Being hunted by invisible forces can seem daunting, but it's important to understand that these experiences are an integral part of our spiritual growth. They test us, force us to look inside ourselves and face our deepest fears. These forces can manifest in various ways, through emotional challenges, physical obstacles, or even seemingly inexplicable events. However, each of these challenges brings with it an opportunity to strengthen ourselves and become more aware of our true essence. Do you want to strengthen your spiritual connection and discover your true essence? Take part in the 21 Days Spiritual Challenge. Embark on this journey of self-knowledge and awaken your inner light. Get ready to face challenges and grow spiritually. I remember a phase in my own spiritual journey when I felt constantly attacked by negative energies. It was as if a black cloud was hanging over me, obscuring my vision and draining my energy. However, instead of giving in to despair, I chose to see these challenges as an invitation to deepen my spiritual practice. I started meditating more often, practicing prayer, and seeking self-knowledge even harder. Over time, I realized that these invisible forces were actually helping me to awaken to my true mission. Often, these trials come to remind us of our inner strength and our ability to overcome. When we are on the spiritual path, we are constantly called to transcend our limitations and connect with our divine essence. This process can be painful and challenging, but it is through it that we find true freedom and inner peace. It is essential, therefore, that we do not allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by the obstacles that come our way. We must learn to see each challenge as an opportunity for growth and transformation. When we come up against invisible forces that try to divert us, we must remember that we are being guided by a greater force, which is always supporting and protecting us. In addition, it is important to seek support from our spiritual community. Talking to other people who are going through similar experiences can be extremely comforting and enlightening. Sharing our stories, listening to others' experiences, and learning from their journeys helps us to realize that we are not alone and that we all face challenges on our spiritual journey. On the spiritual path, protection is a vital necessity. It is not merely a whim, but a constant practice that allows us to maintain the integrity of our energy and the clarity of our mind. Meditation, prayer, and self-knowledge are essential tools for this protection, each contributing in a unique way to strengthening our spirit. Meditation is a practice that connects us deeply with our inner self. In the stillness of meditation, we find a space of peace and clarity that allows us to observe and understand our emotions, thoughts, and energies. It helps us to create a protective shield around us, an invisible barrier that prevents negative energies from entering. When we meditate regularly, our mind becomes calmer and our energy more centered, making us less vulnerable to external influences. Prayer, on the other hand, is a direct dialogue with the divine. It is through prayer that we express our gratitude, ask for guidance, and seek protection. Prayer aligns us with the frequency of love and light, raising our vibration and driving away any form of negativity. When we pray, we are creating a bridge between our earthly self and our spiritual essence, strengthening our connection with the sacred and invoking divine protection. Self-knowledge is perhaps the most powerful tool of all. Knowing yourself is essential for recognizing and understanding the energies with which we interact on a daily basis. When we are aware of our shadows and lights, we are better able to identify when something is not in harmony with our true nature. Self-knowledge gives us the ability to discern between what is ours and what belongs to others, allowing us to keep our energy clean and protected. The importance of integrating these practices into our daily routine cannot be underestimated. When you wake up, take a few minutes to meditate, connecting with your essence and setting your intentions for the day. During the day, find moments to pray, either silently or out loud, reaffirming your faith and asking for protection. And at the end of the day, reflect on your experiences, identify what you have learned, and acknowledge the energies you have encountered along the way. As a spiritual guide, I can tell you that these habits transform lives. On my journey, I've realized that when we neglect these practices, we make room for negative energies to infiltrate our energy field, causing imbalances and obstacles. On the other hand, when we commit to cultivating spiritual protection, we create an internal environment of peace, security, and harmony. You may be wondering how to get started. If you've never meditated before, start with 5 minutes a day. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and concentrate on your breathing. If prayer isn't part of your routine, start with simple words of gratitude and protection. And for self-knowledge, dedicate some time each day to introspection, writing in a journal, or simply reflecting on your day. Living in a world where spiritual energies are always present can be a challenge. Learning to discern the energies around you is essential for a successful spiritual journey. Not all spiritual entities are benign, and it is essential to develop the intuition and wisdom to identify the influences around you. The first step to discerning the energies around you is self-knowledge. When you know yourself deeply, it becomes easier to identify when something is not in harmony with your essence. Meditation and reflection are powerful tools for this process. When you meditate, you calm your mind and allow your intuition to flourish. Intuition is like an internal radar that helps us notice when something is out of alignment. In addition, it's important to pay attention to the signals your body gives you. Often our body reacts to negative energies before the conscious mind even notices them. Sensations such as chills, muscle tension, or unexplained discomfort can be indicative of negative energy. Pay attention to these signs and trust your intuition. Another crucial aspect is the wisdom acquired through study and experience. Reading about different types of energies and spiritual entities can provide a solid basis for discernment. Join study groups, talk to more experienced people on the spiritual journey, and seek knowledge from reliable sources. The wisdom accumulated over time becomes an indispensable tool for identifying spiritual influences. Prayer and spiritual protection also play a vital role in this process. Asking for protection from your spirit guides and beings of light can create a shield around you, warding off negative energies. Cultivating a daily practice of prayer strengthens your connection with the divine and increases your capacity for discernment. It's important to remember that discerning energies is not a task that is accomplished once and for all. It is a continuous process of learning and adjusting. As you move forward on your spiritual journey, you will encounter new challenges and influences that will require sharper discernment. Stay open and flexible, ready to adapt your practices as necessary. Also, always try to keep your vibration high. Negative energies tend to move away from people who radiate love, joy, and peace. Practice gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness in your daily life. These attitudes not only raise your vibration, but also strengthen your energy field, making it easier to discern and ward off negative influences. On my own spiritual journey, I realized that the more I strengthened my connection with my divine essence, the clearer it became to discern the energies around me. There have been times when I have felt a negative presence, and by trusting my intuition and protection practices, I have been able to move away from these influences. It's a constant apprenticeship, but an extremely rewarding one. On the spiritual path, it is not uncommon for us to encounter a series of challenges that test our faith, resilience, and understanding. These challenges, although often difficult, are crucial to our growth and evolution. If you consider yourself a chosen one, someone with a special mission and a deep connection to the divine, it is vital to be prepared for these trials. The challenges that arise on the path of a chosen one are not merely obstacles. They are opportunities to strengthen our spirituality and our connection with the universe. They come in many forms: personal problems, financial difficulties, emotional challenges, and even spiritual attacks. Each of these situations is a chance to prove our faith and our determination to move forward. The first thing to remember is that challenges are inevitable. There's no point in trying to avoid them or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it's crucial to face them head-on, with courage and conviction. I know it may seem daunting, but it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that our true spiritual strength is revealed. When we face a challenge with faith, we show the universe that we are ready to grow and evolve. What's more, it's important to understand that every challenge has a purpose. Nothing happens by chance. When we go through a difficult situation, we need to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? This change of perspective helps us to see challenges not as punishments, but as opportunities for growth. Having faith and confidence in the journey is essential. Faith is not only believing in something greater, but also believing in ourselves and our ability to overcome any obstacle. Confidence is the certainty that whatever happens, we are on the right path. And this confidence comes from the daily practice of spirituality, whether through meditation, prayer, or self-knowledge. An important aspect of being prepared for challenges is having a support network. No one has to go through this alone. Having friends, family, or a spiritual group that shares the same beliefs can be an invaluable source of strength and encouragement. These people can offer emotional support, wise advice, and even practical help when needed. Another crucial point is to take care of our mental and emotional health. Challenges can be stressful and exhausting, so it's important to take time out to look after ourselves. Practicing self-compassion, taking moments to relax, and doing activities that bring us joy and peace are effective ways of maintaining a healthy balance. Accepting a spiritual mission can seem like a huge and often daunting task. However, it is something that the chosen ones are called to do, and this mission can take various forms depending on the individual. Some may be called to raise the collective consciousness, while others may have the role of healing the world or awakening humanity to its true divine nature. Whatever form this mission takes, the important thing is to recognize and accept its purpose. When we talk about raising collective consciousness, we are referring to the process of helping other people become more aware of themselves and the world around them. This can be done through various practices, such as education, counseling, or even the simple act of living in an authentic and inspiring way. You may feel a calling to share your knowledge and wisdom with others, helping them to find their own spiritual path. Healing the world is another mission that can be assigned to the chosen ones. This doesn't necessarily mean being a doctor or a therapist, although these are valid forms of healing. Healing the world can mean working for social justice, protecting the environment, or helping communities become more resilient and compassionate. Any act that contributes to collective well-being and harmony can be seen as a form of healing. Awakening humanity to its true divine nature is perhaps the most profound and transformative mission. This involves helping people recognize that they are more than just physical beings. They are spiritual beings with a greater purpose. This can be done through spiritual teachings, meditative practices, or simply by living according to high spiritual principles and setting an example for others. Accepting your mission also means being willing to face the challenges that come with it. The spiritual path is often full of obstacles and tests. You need to have faith and confidence that you are on the right path, even when things seem difficult. Remember that each challenge is an opportunity to grow and strengthen spiritually. It is through these experiences that you become more capable of fulfilling your mission. Don't forget that you are not alone on this journey. There are beings of light and spiritual guides who are always by your side, ready to offer help and protection. It's important to be open to this assistance and trust that you are being guided. This can be an immense source of comfort and strength, especially in the most difficult times. Faith is the greatest weapon of the chosen ones. Believe in the power of love and light to transmute negative energies and keep you on the right path. Faith is not just a belief, but an active force that can transform your life and the world around you. Stand firm in your faith, even when things seem uncertain. Forgiving and releasing the past is another crucial part of accepting your mission. We are often hunted by invisible forces because of past traumas and negative patterns. Practicing forgiveness and release allows you to move forward with lightness and love, without the weight of the past impeding your spiritual progress. On our spiritual journey, it's common to feel isolated, as if we're facing the world's challenges alone. However, it is essential to remember that this feeling of loneliness is just an illusion. In fact, we are never alone. There are always beings of light and spiritual guides who accompany us, offering support and protection. These beings of light are high spiritual entities who have chosen to help us on our path. They can be angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, or even loved ones who have already left this physical plane. Their presence may be subtle, but if we are attentive and open, we can perceive their signs and feel their support. In times of difficulty, it is essential to seek a conscious connection with these guides. Prayer, meditation, and inner silence are powerful practices that help us open a channel of communication with them. When I'm going through a challenging time, I like to retreat into a quiet space, close my eyes, and ask for guidance and protection. I feel an immediate peace and a sense that I am being heard and supported. Another way to connect with these beings of light is through intuition. We often receive messages and guidance in the form of intuitions, dreams, or signs in our daily lives. It's important to be present and receptive in order to recognize these manifestations. It could be a sentence we read in a book, a song that plays on the radio at the right time, or even a feeling of peace that suddenly envelops us. It is also important to cultivate faith and trust that we are not alone. This belief strengthens us and gives us the courage to face challenges more calmly. Faith is an anchor that keeps us firm, even when the winds of adversity blow hard. One practice I like to do is to talk mentally to my spirit guides, thanking them for their support and asking for clarity and protection. This constant communication creates a stronger bond and makes us feel more connected and secure. It's common along the way to forget that we have this invisible support network, but every time we remember their presence, we gain a new perspective on our problems. Knowing that we have beings of light by our side gives us a sense of belonging and reminds us that we are part of something bigger. In addition, these spirit guides help us realize that every challenge we face has a purpose, and offers us a valuable lesson. They encourage us to see beyond the pain and fear, and to recognize the opportunities for growth and transformation that each situation brings. So whenever you feel overwhelmed or lost, remember that you are not alone. Open your heart and mind to receive the support and guidance of the beings of light who are by your side. Trust that they are always there, ready to help you walk your path with more confidence and serenity. Faith plays a central role in the spiritual journey of the chosen ones. It is a force that transcends logic and connects us directly with the divine. Standing firm in faith is fundamental for those who face spiritual challenges and temptations that aim to divert us from our purpose. It's no exaggeration to say that faith is the greatest weapon we have against the invisible forces that try to divert us from our path. When we talk about faith, we are talking about a deep and unshakable belief in the power of love and light. These energies are capable of transmuting any negativity we encounter along the way. Imagine faith as an anchor that keeps us firm, even when the winds of adversity blow hard. It is faith that sustains us when everything seems to be falling apart around us. The chosen, those who feel a special calling, need to constantly renew their faith. And how do you do that? Through the constant practice of meditation, prayer, and self-knowledge. It is essential to set aside time each day to connect with the divine, to listen to the inner voice that guides and strengthens us. It's not just about mechanical rituals, but a real communion with the sacred. In my own spiritual journey, I have come across moments of doubt and uncertainty. Life presents us with obstacles that at first glance seem insurmountable. However, it is in these moments that faith must shine the brightest. Believe me, faith doesn't eliminate challenges, but it does give us the strength we need to face them head-on. Standing firm in faith also means believing in the process. Life is full of ups and downs, and every challenge is an opportunity for spiritual growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This change of perspective can completely transform your experience of life. Faith is not something static. It needs to be nurtured and cultivated. Join spiritual communities, read inspiring books, talk to people who share the same journey. Sharing experiences and knowledge strengthens faith and broadens our worldview. Don't underestimate the power of mutual support. Another facet of faith is trust in the divine. Believe that there is a greater force guiding your steps even when the path seems cloudy. This trust is a balm for the soul, a reminder that we are not alone on this journey. There are beings of light, spiritual guides, and benevolent forces that accompany and protect us. Faith also implies action. It's not enough to believe. You have to put that belief into practice. Whether through acts of kindness, service to others, or any form of expression of love and light. True faith manifests itself in our daily actions, in the way we treat others and ourselves. Ultimately, standing firm in faith is an act of courage. It's choosing to believe in the good, even in the face of evil. It's choosing the light, even when darkness seems to prevail. It's trusting that regardless of the circumstances, there is a greater purpose guiding our lives. So remember, faith is your greatest ally. Cultivate it, strengthen it, and allow it to be the light that illuminates your path. Believe in the transformative power of love and light, and you'll find the strength you need to overcome any challenge. In this way, your spiritual journey will not only be a path of discovery, but also one of profound fulfillment and growth. Forgiving and releasing the past is an essential practice for anyone on a spiritual journey. Often, the invisible forces we feel hunting us are deeply rooted in traumas and negative patterns we have carried throughout our lives. These stagnant energies can hold us back and impede our spiritual progress, creating blockages that take us away from our true purpose. When I talk about forgiving, I'm not just referring to the act of forgiving others. The most difficult forgiveness, and often the most necessary, is forgiving ourselves. We all make mistakes, take decisions we regret, and sometimes hurt those we love. Learning to forgive yourself is a vital step towards healing and spiritual growth. Guilt and remorse are weights that we carry and that consume our vital energy, leaving us vulnerable to negative influences. Freeing ourselves from the past also involves practicing detachment, Detaching does not mean forgetting or minimizing what has happened, but rather recognizing that the past does not define who we are in the present. It's a process of accepting our experiences, learning from them, and moving on with the awareness that each challenge we face has contributed to our evolution. When we let go of what binds us to the past, we make room for new opportunities and experiences of growth. As someone who walks the spiritual path, I can say that the practice of forgiveness and letting go is transformative. On my own journey, I have faced moments of pain and regret that seemed insurmountable. However, when I practiced forgiveness and released these feelings, I felt a deep sense of relief and a renewal of energy. The feeling of lightness and freedom that comes with releasing the past is indescribable and powerful. For those who are starting out or are already on a spiritual path, I recommend some practices that can help in this process. Meditation is a powerful tool for connecting with the inner self and working on forgiveness and release. Visualize the people and situations that need to be forgiven and send them love and light. Breathe deeply, and as you exhale, imagine yourself releasing all the accumulated pain and resentment.